Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another one of my bullet journal videos. So today I will be planning out my month of April and I'm very excited for this month. There are just so many events and activities that I have planned. But starting off, I wanted to do a quick overview of how my March layout was set up. So as you can see, I just have my title page and then I have this calendar layout which worked out really well for me, and I will be sticking with this sort of layout for the remaining months of her, and then my weekly and daily logs. And of course, if you guys want to see me plan out my month of March, I will link that down below because I did do a video on that as well. And then at the end, I just have a March recap, which I have not written yet, but I am definitely going to be doing that. So my first page of April is just going to be a title page, and I decided to do a more calligraphy style for the month of April. And I really like doing this just because it's so simple, but it just adds a lot to the page. And I added a little 2017 under it just because it wasn't centered enough and I wanted to make it look more centered. And of course it looked too empty, and so I just drew in a bunch of tiny little flowers all along the bottom of the page as well as the top of the page. Section that I'm adding for this month is a class schedule page, and I'm actually really excited for this, especially because April is the start of spring quarter, so it's just like the perfect time to do it. And doing a class schedule page will just be really helpful for me, especially in the beginning of the quarter, because I always have trouble remembering what days I have classes and what times they're at and where they're at. And so just doing this will be really useful for me just because I always have my bullet journal with me, so I can always just flip to this page and figure that out. And then under that, I put an office hours section, which I haven't filled in yet just because classes haven't started yet. And so once that does happen, I will be updating that. And I also just realized that I didn't do a club meetings section, which is something I wish I would have done, because by putting a class schedule and an office hours page, I'm hoping that I'll go to more office hours. And I also need to go to more club meetings and just join more clubs in general. So I just thought that adding a club meetings page would have been really useful. So if you are planning to do something like this, that is something I would definitely recommend doing. After my class schedule page is my monthly page, and if you have been watching my bullet journals videos for a while, you know how this is gonna go down. I use the horizontal layout, I think it's called, whatever this layout is called, and it's just what works best for me. And unfortunately, I miscalculated the weeks of April. I thought that April had 5 weeks like the previous months that I have been doing, but it actually is 6 weeks, so I messed up, but I just whited it out and everything was fine. I still do the open circle bullet points for any events, and I use a square for any task related things just because I like checking things off. And then after that, I have my habit tracker, and my habit tracker is still just really useful. Unfortunately, I didn't use it that much in the month of March, or especially like just towards the end because I was traveling so much. But I do like having this just because it keeps me accountable and just lets me see which healthy habits I am adopting. Like for example, I literally slept past 1 a.m. every single day for the month of March, which is not good because I'm trying to sleep earlier. I just have the same activities, I believe. So I have exercising, sleeping earlier, not eating out, no sugar, etc., etc. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you don't know what a habit tracker is, it's basically just a tracker that allows you to see how often you are performing these activities and these things that you are trying to make a habit of. And it's just really useful to see. So every day that you complete it, you would fill in that little box for it. And then at the bottom, since it was a little empty, I added a little "You got this" quote, which I really liked. And then after that, I have my expenses tracker, which I just like having because it allows me to budget more and also just keep track of my expenses and my earnings. And then after that, I actually already started this, but I I have my weekly and my daily logs. And I kept this pretty basic and pretty simple. And since I didn't show you guys how I laid it out, if you want, I will link below my March plan with me, like I said earlier, and you can check that out to see how I actually made everything. But I kept everything pretty much the same. I have a weekly log where I can write down all of my things that I have to do in that week, and it's separated into 2 columns. The left column is for more personal / school items, and then the right column is for social media and YouTube related things. And then my daily log is pretty self-explanatory. I just separate everything by date, and I can just like go into more detail of each day, which I really like doing. I will be doing a quick little run through of everything. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more bullet journal and fashion related videos. And I will talk to you guys next Sunday. Bye!